In this video, I will show you how to modify the stock contract report that ships with SI5.5. Here's the report over here, and it's basically composed of two main parts here. You've got a header along the top here, which contains your information and the client's information. And then there's the details section. Essentially, what you have here, there's like four major parts to this. A through I clauses. This is just verbiage that we put in here as a default. Of course, you want to change this to your own, which is again the point of this video, is to show you how to put your wording in here versus just the stock wording from DTools. The next page consists of a phase breakout of the entire job, just based on dollar value. Here's the payment schedule for the particular project. Again, you can change the payment schedule inside of each project if you'd like. Then there's the other clauses that are in this section 1 through 6, for lack of a better word. So in this example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the wording in both the sections 1 through 6 and then that A through I on the first page. And I'm going to remove this phase schedule here. So the way to do that, go to Tools, Report Designer, Standard Reports. Now this opens up the Report Designer in SI5, and what I'm going to do is choose to create a new report, and we're going to base it on an existing report. The report we're going to base it on here is called Contract. I'm going to choose Next, and I'm just going to call this Custom Contract. And I'm going to next through all of these steps. There's really nothing I want to change on any of these formatting and parameters that are preset for the contract report. I simply want to make changes to the body of the actual contract. So just next, 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 and then hit finish. And this is going to open up essentially the canvas for the report. And as you can see in here, here's the fields in the header. And down here, you notice what I have here is there's two controls, actually sub controls here. There's a rich text box here, and there's a rich text box control here, and those contain the verbiage. Now what you're going to want to do in a word processor program like Word, you can create an RTF document, which again stands for rich text format. Just use the file save as option. You're going to want to save it as a format other than a Word doc, and the file extension for that is RTF. For rich text format. So I've already gone ahead and created just two RTF docs that I'm just going to now load into each individual section here. So anytime you click a control, by the way, you can always check out its name over here in the name field. So I can see this is RTB, which is rich text box. Section 2 up here is section 1. So while I've got the section 1 selected, I'm going to right click this and choose load file. Now this is going to pull up a list here, and these are just my sample RTFs here. So I'm just going to say we'll put that one there, and you may not see all the text inside of this. This is a field that will fill out, so don't worry if you don't see anything in here. I'm going to now select this control down here for this rich text box, right click and choose load file, and pick just another little simple RTF doc that I put in here. Now as far as removing the phase payment schedule, or not payment schedule, but the phase schedule or phase breakout, those are not rich text documents or controls here. They are actually sub-report controls. You can see we have a sub-report control, and they reside right here in between those two sections. If you click on them, once again, look over here for the name. You can see this is sub-phases, the one I want to get rid of. The one right beneath that is the sub-payment. That's your payment schedule. So what these are, again, are sub-report controls with a sub-report bound to them. So now simply just to get rid of the phases, when I've selected it, I'm just going to hit delete on my keyboard, and that's going to go ahead and remove this from the report. Now if you want to move any of these controls around, you certainly can. I'm just using my keys on my keyboard to tighten these up a little bit, since we did remove an object from there. And at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and say File, Publish Report, and I'm going to go ahead and close the Report Designer. And you can see it now appears on my list here, has a little blue icon here. Again, I named it Custom Contract. We'll go ahead and run that, and I'll show you that the changes that we requested took place, or not that we requested, the changes we made took place. This was my first RTF doc. I was just showing that it will retain formatting from the RTF document, which is nice. Here's my payment schedule, but you notice above that the phase breakout is no longer there. And then here's the second section that I replaced with, again, just a short little list in that RTF document. And that's really it to do some very simple modifications to the contract report in SI5.5.